Hey my loves, welcome to the channel. If you are new here, it is Crissy G. And if you are back, then welcome back. I miss you guys so much and there's so much that I want to talk about. I did just recently post a poll and asked you guys what type of video interested you the most. And surprisingly enough, in the beginning, the struggling to lose weight on GLPs was kind of winning the race. And then all of a sudden, you guys blew it out of the water with the maintenance. So in today's video, we are going to address maintenance on Mounjaro or maintenance on any GLP-1 medication that you've been put on recently. But in today's particular video, we are going to talk about maintenance. So welcome to the channel. Remember, as a disclaimer, I am no healthcare professional. I am only speaking on my experience and what I have done myself, what I've been successful and not successful doing. And so yes, welcome my loves. All right, let's get right to it. So
I excuse that I am recording in long form or vertical form today. It's just that I really
wanted to be able to extract information from this video to post on my shorts and also to post on my TikTok channel, and when I record the other way, I can't do that, and so then I have to record extra. So anyways, you guys, sorry about that, but I really wanted to address the maintenance because, as you all know, I've been on maintenance for a few weeks now and it's been great, with the exception of this last 4 days, 5 days, something like that. I don't know. Basically, since Sunday, I've been really sick to my stomach, which, as I mentioned in my shorts, I kind of feel like, is it worth it sometimes, especially now that I've reached my weight loss goal? I know some of you have been, I may say like 180, 175, that's still considered obese and whatnot. And I understand that, but I enjoy being curvy. I am really happy at my weight. It's also a weight that I feel that I can maintain. Is it the healthiest weight? No, it's not. I should probably be at about 125, 130 for me to be at a healthy weight for my height. I am 5'2", but for me, I feel like this is something that I can sustain. I feel like it's a weight where I can manage and not feel like I'm starving all the time, because now that I'm on maintenance, it's so easy because I can eat a little bit more than when I was steadily trying to lose weight. So I've been able to relax a lot more, but I do weigh in daily, you guys. So I know for some people that's a struggle, or they feel like they don't want to be tied to the scale, and that's perfectly fine. If you feel that weighing yourself in is damaging to you or your mental or anything like that, then don't do it. It's okay to do what you want to do for you. If weighing in weekly is good for you, if weighing in monthly is good for you, and you feel stress-free and you just feel like, I'm gonna weigh in monthly and that'll be good enough, then by all means, you weigh in on a monthly basis. For me to keep accountable and to keep myself in a straight line, weighing in every day is really important, because if I see that I'm steadily weighing the same thing every day, then I feel, or within 2-3 pounds of itself, then I feel like, okay, I'm doing okay, I'm on the right track. If for a minute I kind of go over what I typically weigh, then I feel like, okay, cut back for a day or two, and then boom, I'm right back to where I was. So right now I've been holding steady between 178 and 181 basically. So if I get anywhere higher than 181, like if I hit 182, then I'm like, okay, I don't want to see 185 again. So I will kind of scale back a day or two, and then boom, I'll be back at 180, 179. And so as long as I'm teeter-tottering in those numbers, it's fine. What I've noticed in my history, in my past, is that once I get to a goal weight, I kind of forget the scale. I put it under the bed and I feel like I'm where I'm at. I'll notice when my clothes starts to get tighter. No, I don't. Before I know it, I'm going to go buy new clothes because it's a new season, and then it's like, oh, this one's a little snug, let me get a size 12, and then it's a 16, and then before you know it, I've gained all my weight back. So not this time. That is something that I'm doing different, is that I'm holding myself accountable. So I have been on the 7.5 for a few weeks now. I want to say for about 5 weeks now, and I have I think I have 4 more shots left. 4 or 5? No, I think I have 6 shots left. I plan to get off Mounjaro once my 6 pens are gone. I don't want to struggle with the whole, well, the coupon is gone. I haven't gone to research to see if there's a new coupon out. I don't want to feel the stress of waiting on the weight loss approved tirzepatide to be available. My doctor is now providing the compound semaglutide, or compound tirzepatide, which is the equivalent of Mounjaro, right? So if anything, I'll ask him if he'll put me on that medication. I also want to kind of try it and see how well it goes against the actual Mounjaro medication. Like I said, when I was on a compound semaglutide, I was very successful. Didn't have any issues as far as the weight loss part of it. I had the same symptoms. I was very sluggish. I had constipation, all that good stuff. But it was manageable, and I lost just as much weight on the compound version as I did on the Ozempic version. So I want to kind of see if that's how it's going to be moving forward on the compound tirzepatide. So I'm curious to know. I don't know if Dr. Z will want to keep me on because I have been able to maintain my weight for a couple of months now. I feel like he's going to feel as if I need to wean myself off and just come off of it. So I don't know if he's going to want to put me on a lower dose or if he's just going to cut me cold turkey, because he honestly wanted to put me on the 5 milligram this last time, and then he was like, and then that's it, you know. So he was going to scale me from the 10 milligram to the 5 and then cut it off for me there, so I'm not like going back in so many steps. So the 5 was not available at that time, so he just put me on the 7.5 to get onto maintenance. The 7.5 works really well. I do notice that I get really hungry around day 4, 5, and no, 5, 6, and then 7. It's like definitely it's shot day. Like I know it's shot day. 10 milligram was my sweet spot. That was my happy spot. I think I've mentioned that in multiple videos, that was the highest dose I got to be on during my journey. And so I don't know if 12 or 15 would have been any better. I know a lot of people complain on 15 that they feel sick. My mom's been on 15 for a long time and feels just fine. And she's been successful in her journey, and she scaled pretty quickly. And Debbie's been on 5 for a long time, and she lost, you know, over 40 pounds and was successful. So I don't think it's so much the dosage. I think it's how you eat and what you learn on your journey. That being said, I don't feel as stressed. I know you guys, if you go back and watch some of my earlier videos when I was getting closer to maintenance, I was very stressed. I felt like I wasn't going to be able to handle it. I did though. So Cynthia, or aka Dink Donk, mentioned Berberine, and I will put a picture of it here so you guys can see what it looks like. Don't go sell it out, okay? If you're gonna go buy a bottle, buy one bottle at a time. I'm just kidding, you guys. I went to GNC and they were sold out. She said she hadn't been able to keep it on the shelves. I went to CVS and it was sold out. I went to H-E-B and Walmart, did not have it on the shelves. I don't even know if they stock it on the shelves or not. I ended up finally going to Amazon, and there was a ton to choose from. There's so many different Berberine pills to choose from, and so I will put the brand that I picked here. I picked it because it's a vegan brand, and so it didn't have any like additives that are not good for you. Some of them you have to be careful because they add like palm oil, seed oil, stuff like that. And so I will say that I started taking these today, and I took my injection today and then started the Berberine pills today. So I don't know that if my hunger being diminished today is solely because I took my shot, which is what I believe, or if it's because I also took that supplement. So what this supplement does, it's supposed to mimic Ozempic in the fact that it helps with your blood sugar. It helps with the satiety, like feeling full or whatnot. And so people are raving about this medication. I don't know how I hadn't heard of it. And honestly, now that I Googled it, it's popping up all over the place. Whereas to before, I hadn't even heard of it. If it hadn't been for Dink Donk, I wouldn't even know it exists.
And I'm sorry, girl. I kind of just told everybody, but
that's what we do in this community, right? That's why I love you guys, because you are all more than willing to share what works for you, what hadn't worked for you, if you're having troubles or successes. Like, I love that you guys are willing to share with our community. That is why I built this platform, because I wanted us to be able to help each other, because I know how difficult this journey can be. And so that being said, I started taking it. Most people said that they felt the full effects of the medication about 1 to 2 weeks after starting it. So what I want to do is have it in my system so that I want to see if I can extend the last few injections that I have longer. And this is going to be the real proof, because right now I know that on day 4, 5, and 6, I'm pretty hungry. And by day, like this morning, I took my shot, but on the way to work, I was literally felt like my intestines were eating each other. I was so hungry, like the nauseating hunger pain. That's what I was feeling. And so if I start taking the supplement and during my, when I get to day 6 of my next injection, if I'm not feeling as hungry, I'm going to feel like it's because I'm taking the supplement. Now, I will say that the only thing for me that I struggle with is that I'm not good at taking pills. Unless I'm actively in pain where I need like ibuprofen or something, I won't take pills. I'm not a good vitamin taker. I'm not a good, maybe because I haven't been solely dependent of it, so I don't typically take medication on a daily basis for anything. This is why the injectables were so great for me, because it's a one and done. And even today, like I had my shot ready to go and I kept forgetting, and then I took it over to the restroom and then I got dressed and I was like, oh, I didn't take the shot. Like, this is how bad I am about taking medication. So I had to unzip my faja or whatnot and then take the shot, and then I was done. So I'm not great at taking pills on a daily basis, and that's why I feel like this is going to be difficult for me, but I'm going to do everything in my power to stay on top of it. It's just once daily. It's 2 capsules daily, because there are some berberine pills that you have to take at every meal. So after every meal, you're supposed to take a capsule, 3 a day. And I'm like, yeah, that is absolutely not going to work for me. It's too much. If it's too difficult, I'm not going to do it. And so I found this one that was 2 capsules in before a meal or after a meal, or as your practitioner suggests or whatnot. I didn't ask Dr. Z if I could take them because they're over the counter, and so I feel like I know my body enough to know if I'm gonna have a reaction to it or not. But we'll see what happens. So I will definitely keep you guys updated on this berberine. There are a ton of, and I will leave the link to the medication I purchased on my Amazon link below, so that if you guys want to click on it and then go look at it yourselves and see. This is how I'm going to prepare myself, because I know that the end is near for my Mounjaro. And so I kind of want my body to already have it in its system, so that when I do cut cold turkey, I hope that this is something that could help. So I will leave the links below. Like I said, you guys check it out, read the reviews, see what you think. For those of you who are diabetic or whatnot, make sure you do ask your provider if it's okay for you to take the supplement, should you choose to do it. Or for those of you who recently are on your last box or anything like that, like, this is totally an option. People are raving about it. Like I said, there's so many articles and other people who are doing journeys with it or whatnot, and so it's interesting to see. It's going to be something new, right? So I'm excited that I'm trying it, and I'm going to see what happens, and I would definitely bring you guys along for the ride. As far as managing my weight, it's been perfectly fine. I was stuck at 185 for a while, as you guys know, and then I got strict on my diet again. I ate in a calorie deficit, and guess what happened? I lost like 3 pounds that week, and I've maintained those pounds off, and that's why I've been kind of fluctuating between 179 to 181. It's been my sweet spot right now, and I'm okay with that. I know ultimately my ultimate goal was 175, but I don't want to stress myself so much, and maybe in a couple of weeks I'll decide to go strict again, eat in a calorie deficit, and put myself at that place. But as for right now, I'm okay, and it's been really nice, you guys. I've been kind of recording things that I eat that help me maintain. Like I said, I learned a ton of good habits. I cannot stress it enough. For those of you who are just starting your journey on GLP medications, I cannot stress enough to learn how to eat, because if we do not take this time, when this medication really drowns out the food noise, okay, and it really helps with the hunger, right? So this is the perfect time for you to learn how to eat, because at the end of the day, if we do nothing else, is learn how to eat. Because if we do not learn how to eat, then we will not lose the weight. And exercise is important. You guys know that I've been walking a lot more. You guys keep me on track with
stride kick.
But you guys have been telling me how much it's helped you guys and whatnot. I've been kind of lazy on it, you guys. I've been doing my steps, but ever since I got this stupid Samsung watch, it doesn't connect properly, and I have to manually put in my steps sometimes, and sometimes I forget and I don't add the steps, and I'm always short like 1,000 because it's counting the steps from my phone and not from my watch. And so like over here I'll have like 6,000 steps, and on my phone it says 4,000 something steps, and it's discouraging, it's disappointing, and I get to the point where I'm like, oh, whatever, like it's not even accurately catching my steps. And so I have to figure that out. Don't worry, guys. I will jump back on the stride kick thing. Debbie's always like, hey, you missing all the conversations. And I'm like, I know. So I would definitely try to figure the watch thing out. But as I was saying, it is really important that we learn portion control and that we learn what to eat. I am definitely craving and eating a lot more greens, because once you maintain, once you get on maintenance, you cannot go back to your eating habits. You cannot go back to eating chips and cookies and candy and carbs, and you can do it in moderation. You can do it if it's within your calories, because obviously your maintenance calories and your weight loss calories are two different things. Weight loss calories need to be in a deficit. There's no way around it, you guys. If you eat in a calorie deficit, you will lose weight. When you're on maintenance on these medications, you still have to stay within your calories. So if you have to eat 1,800 calories to maintain, 1,500 calories to maintain, then that's what you need to do to maintain your weight, which means you're not going to lose weight, but you'll maintain it. If you start to steadily eat over that calorie, if you start consuming 2,000 calories again, 2,500 calories, and trust me, you guys, I get it. Like, there's days where we went to IHOP the other day, and I got the waffles and chicken and waffles or whatever. And I saw the calorie count. It was like 1,100 for the whole plate. So I'm like, oh my God, that's literally like my whole calories for the day. I knew that if I indulged in that meal, then I was going to have to be careful what I ate the rest of the day. Usually those meals are so big that I'm okay with having that one big meal, and then I can eat something very small or light for dinner, and I'm perfectly fine. And I weighed myself the next day, and then I was fine. Now, it probably helped that I had diarrhea for the last 3 days. I literally felt absolutely crappy, you guys, no pun intended. Yes, it was terrible, but the papaya enzyme pills did help. And I also took the apple cider vinegar gummies, which I don't know if I'm going to continue those, because once I got down, I was in such misery yesterday when I went to go buy this stuff that the papaya enzymes doesn't have a whole lot of ingredients in it. But the apple cider vinegar gummies, which of course on the front label,
oh, non-GMO, good flavor, healthy, 100% apple cider.
and then you read the fine print in the back, and it had 6 grams of sugar. I mean, I did say they were sweet, but I thought it was going to be like, maltodextrin or, the artificial sweeteners that they use for everything. No, it's actual sugar. One serving, which is 3 gummies, has 6 grams of sugar. Who wants to eat 6 grams of sugar in some gummies? Like, if I'm going to eat 6 grams of sugar, I'm going to eat real candy, not apple cider vinegar gummies. And so I'm probably going to have to go find me some other ones, because I did take those and the papaya enzymes today after I had my lunch, and I've been okay. And I took them last night when I was miserable, and I had uploaded that I was trying them out, and they did settle my stomach a little bit. And so I'm a firm believer. Thank you, Miss Susan, for suggesting those medications. I am a firm believer that they do work, because I had been absolutely miserable, and I had taken the apple cider vinegar that morning, and it did settle the sulfur burps. So if you're struggling with sulfur burps, I know it's absolutely disgusting, but the apple cider vinegar really helps neutralize your stomach. It didn't help with the diarrhea. I had profuse diarrhea I'm sorry, you guys, I know that's probably TMI, but that's what we do, right? We share our experience on here. And so I think Susan mentioned that with her sulfur burps comes that other side effect, and she's absolutely right. Every time that I've had the sulfur burps, it's the same coming out. And so I know that it's tied together, and it's absolutely disgusting. I know. My plan on maintenance is to potentially drop a dose on the compound tirzepatide, and if Dr. Zubieta feels that I don't need to go on the compound and he wants to have me do it alone, I will try to do so, especially now that I'm on the
Berberine.
I'm willing to try to kind of do it alone. Like I said, I'm gonna stretch this. I took my injection today. It's Thursday, but you guys are not gonna be seeing this video till Friday. But I took my injection today. I'm gonna see if I can stretch it out maybe like 10 days. And I'm going to see how I feel, because I want to see if that medication is going to start helping the, feeling, because they say that it really is really good in controlling your blood sugar. And Dr. Berg, and I will try to link his video down below. Dr. Berg is huge with health and weight loss and natural remedies and whatnot. He actually did a video about all the ways that berberine actually helps the body, not just, and I'm sure he sells it because he sells all kinds of health products. And I didn't go in to look, but I'm sure he sells it also. I had bought a gallstone formula from him, but again, I buy these supplements and then I don't take them. But with this one, because I want to let you guys know if it works or not, I'm going to try to be really good about taking them every day. So yes. So all in all, I should be seeing Dr. Zubieta pretty soon to kind of do a follow-up. I haven't seen him in maybe like 2.5 months. And so I am ready to kind of go see him and see what he thinks, and well before I run out of my medication, so we can decide what path we're going on. And as always, you guys know that I will bring you along for the ride. I'm hoping that when I see him the next time, he can sit down and talk to me on a video with you guys again, so that I can kind of ask him more questions about the compound. And I know a lot of you want to know who my doctor is, and how, if you can get the medication mailed to your home and all that good stuff. So I definitely want to sit down and talk to him about all that stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry that I held you up so long. I feel like I talk for forever and I could just keep talking. And yes, please leave it in the comments what your plans are for maintenance. I would love to hear what you guys are going to do moving forward. Does anybody know what's going on with the coupon? Are you guys able to still get it? So any knowledge, I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you so much. Till next time, talk soon.